Hey, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Wellness, and today's tip is the actual poll question, the answer to the poll question. The question was the best way, the best proven way to flatten your stomach, get rid of your stomach, all that good stuff, and it kind of, hopefully, I was hoping the answers that I was going to get was the way that it was going to go, and that was perfect. So hey Zach, so what it was, the answer is proper nutrition, and proper nutrition is the key in flattening, getting that belly fat gone. My brain is not working today. My mouth is not working today. Brandon, what's going on? David. So anyway, so the answer is proper nutrition. So a lot of times people think, I've got to do thousands of crunches a day to get my stomach flat. Wrong. All the crunches do is just like with, bicep curls, lat pull downs, leg extensions, whatever that is. You're just working the muscle. You're getting the muscle strong. You do need to do crunches. You do need to work your core. You need to do your lower back and your crunches to make the muscle strong, to get your core strong. But to flatten that stomach, you can do all the crunches in the world. You can do all the crunches till the cows come home. But the crunches are not going to make the belly go flat. The crunches are not going to make the abs pop. What's going to, you need to get rid of the fat layers, and 85% of how you do that is proper nutrition. So you have to have the right calories, you have to have the right protein, and you need fats, you need carbs. So, and that's another misconception that a lot of times people do. They go without, they deprive their body of fats, or they deprive their body of carbs. You need good carbs. You need even interjecting the bad carbs here and there. But the key is you never ever want to deprive your body of anything, right? Depriving your body of sugar, depriving your body of salt, depriving your body of fats, carbs, good and bad carbs. You don't want to deprive your body of anything, because the thing is, your body is a survival mechanism. So what happens is your body is going to do whatever it needs to survive. So if you're going to not give it something, it's going, like, for instance, like calories and stuff like that. If you're not going to give your body certain things, it's going to eat from the muscle and store it as fat. If your body is deprived and craving, certain things like, sugar, I have so many clients that, over the years say, I'm not going to eat any sugar whatsoever. No, wrong. Because, and I tell them, good luck with that. You're going to crash. And I'm not setting you up for failure. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying, at that point, when you tell yourself you can't have something, you think about like a little kid. When you tell a kid that the kid can't do something, what's that kid first thing what the kid wants to do? The kid wants to touch it. The kid wants to go. The kid wants to do whatever it is that he can't do, right? So that's exactly the way your body kind of responds. You might go a couple of days feeling good. Yeah, I went a week, 2 weeks without sugar, and then all of a sudden you're going to crash. Your body's going to start craving it. Why? Because it's deprived. It needs certain things. It does need sugar. It does need salt. It does need fat. It does need carbs. It does need protein. It does need calories. And then so the cravings come in most of the time when the proper nutrition is not there, right? So when you're feeding your body everything that it needs, the correct amount of calories, proteins, fats, carbs, good carbs and bad carbs, when you're feeding your body the correct amount, proper nutrition, you're not going to crave those things, or the cravings will be, less 9 times out of 10. It's not going to be there, right? Because you're fueling your body the way it's supposed to be. When we say that we're craving something, a lot of times we're not really craving anything. It's most of the time, you're going into the kitchen, you're thinking, oh my God, I'm hungry. Or you're at work and you walk by the candy machine and you see a Snicker bar and you're like, oh, I need chocolate. No, you're hungry. If you're prepared, like try another scenario, so if you're prepared, you have your snack or your meal or whatever, back in the office at the desk, in the break room or whatever it is, and then you walk by that candy machine, you see that Snicker bar, you're like, oh, I got my snack, or oh, I got my dinner, my lunch, whatever. So your mind plays tricks on you, and another scenario, like when you walk into the kitchen and you're starving, and you grab something. You're like, oh man, I'm still hungry, and you grab something else. Oh man, I'm still hungry. You grab something else. You know, like it could be like 1,200 calories later, you're still hungry. Well, why is that? Because it's empty calories, because it's, you know, it's all that processed, you know, crap, and you're not craving the potato chips, you're not craving the cookies, you're not craving the, you know, fill in the blank kind of thing. You're just hungry. So if you give yourself the right foods, the proper foods, be prepared with everything, then, you know, it will work out, right? You won't have those cravings, and you will go in and eat, you know, the right amount of, you know, the right foods. You'll have just enough, and you'll be satisfied. So proper nutrition is key when you are trying to get rid of basically like weight, period. But the belly fat, you know, it used to have a saying years ago, my abs were made in the kitchen, you know, because, you know, everybody has the same ab wall. Everybody's got the same abs, you know what I mean? Like they're there, like the little lines and everything. It's just different people have different layers of fat. And so how do you get rid of the different layers of fat? Proper nutrition. Now, granted, you need to increase lean tissue. You do need to do cardio. You know, those things, like, you know, kind of speed the process up, so to speak, right? But the proper nutrition, I mean, I've had clients where, you know, they've been either so overweight or so injured that they can't move yet, right? So what I need to do is put them on proper nutrition. Not that ID stuff, not that other stuff where you're, you know, completely, you know, depleting your body of like all kinds of calories, where you're not even feeding your body enough to sustain, you know, like your basal metabolic rate. I'm not talking about that. So like I've done proper nutrition with people, and they have lost weight without even exercising. I know I shouldn't say that, because I'm in a gym and I want people to work out, and I want people to, you know, join and get training and stuff like that. But the key, the thing is, you can lose weight through just proper nutrition. Now, what happens is, like I said, the lifting the weights, that helps increase the lean tissue, kind of helps speeds up the process. The cardio burns, you know, the fat as you're doing it, as long as you're not over burning the calories of what you're not eating, and as long as you're not overeating what you're not burning. It does get a little confusing, but once you get it laid out and understand it, it's easy, it's simplistic, and it makes sense, right? So you do need cardio, you do need, you know, weights to kind of speed the process up. Building, you know, lifting the weights increases the lean tissue, and it just helps you continue to burn more calories at rest. But proper nutrition is how you get rid of this belly fat. Pretty much, basically, all said and done, it is 85% of how you do things. So, you know, every time, and I get it all the time, everybody comes in and be like, I need a whole bunch of ab exercises to get rid of this. It's not going to work. And I tell them that every single time. It's not the crunches, it's not the abs, you know, it's not the, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. It's not these little side things and all that stuff. Nothing like that is going to flatten your belly, right? Think about like when you're doing weights, light weights, heavy weights, bands, whatever. When you're doing a curl, it's not flattening. Your muscle doesn't get flat. When you're adding weight to something, it doesn't get flat. When you're adding strength conditioning to something, your muscle doesn't get flat. It actually takes shape. Like it you know, your bicep gets a little ball on it, your shoulder gets a little ball on it, your butt gets a bit, you know what I mean? Your quads get those cuts in it, you know, or they get toned, you know. So when you're doing weight, you know, strength training, you're not flattening anything. So why would that be any different with this ab muscle? Why would that be any different? So I'm going to do crunches and make it stronger, and I'm going to flatten it? No. If anything, you'll do too much and bulge it out. And that's not what you want either. So, and that's one reason, kind of off the subject, but still on the subject, the other day, you know, somebody came in and said, you know, where's your weighted ab machine? Don't have one. Won't find one here. I think they're useless. I don't like them. So me as a personal trainer, when I designed this gym, I designed it from a personal trainer effective workouts, what John Koga says, SEM, simple, effective movements, right? So what you're going to find here is the absolute necessary machines. The rest of the things you can do with free weights or your own body weight. So you will never, ever, ever, and I will never, ever, ever, if I own 20 gyms, I will never have an ab machine, weighted ab machine in my gym facilities. Never, ever, ever. Because again, if you're grabbing a dumbbell and you're curling, you're making that muscle pop, right? You grab a heavier weight and it's growing, right? Females, obviously, it grows a little less. Men, it'll grow more because they have more testosterone. But, when you're curling, the muscle gets bigger. When you're doing tricep pushdowns, the muscle's getting bigger. When you do leg extensions, the muscle's getting bigger, it's getting stronger. So just because you want your ab flat and you're using weights, you can't tell the weights, okay, Mr. Weight Stack, I want you to flatten my stomach, don't increase the density of the muscle, right? No, it doesn't work that way. So when you plug in that weight and you do those ab machines, with the weights on there, what's going to happen? It's a muscle, folks. It's a muscle. It's going to protrude. So again, if you have, everybody's ab wall is back here and you have belly fat, wherever you've got it, if you're increasing, you might be losing weight, but if you're using weights on your abs and increasing the muscle and it's bulging, just like your bicep's getting bigger, your shoulders getting bigger, your quads are getting bigger, your butt's getting bigger whenever you're using weights, right? So if my belly is getting smaller because I'm doing things, my body fat's going down, but because I'm using heavy weights or whatever on my stomach, it's getting stronger, it's getting bigger. So then I'm going to get to this point where my stomach is still sticking out. It's hard, it's rock hard, but it's not flat. Well, because I've increased the muscle, just like your bicep. Your bicep doesn't go flat. Your abs aren't going to go flat. It's a muscle, right? Just like everything else, it's a muscle. So when you use weights on a muscle, it's going to get bigger. Again, lighter weights, heavier reps, it doesn't get as big, but it will get round, it will get defined, it will, that kind of thing. So tip within a tip, guys. So proper nutrition is how you get your belly flat, and you will never see a weighted ab machine in my gym because I won't ever use them. I won't ever touch them. The only machines that you will ever find in my gym are the machines that I will actually use, that I know are effective, that are absolute necessary, and of course the free weights. I will always do, free weights. Free weights is like the best thing, but then there's some times where you have to use, machines for certain things, like a lat pull down, that kind of thing. But in my gym, when I designed it, I got only the machines that me as a personal trainer, and with the knowledge that I have and the knowledge of how the muscles and the fat, disperse and grow and all that stuff, that's the only thing you're going to find in here are the things that you absolutely need and should be using. I'm not going to just put machines in just to fill the room or fluff the room up and be like, ooh, that looks impressive. Yeah, but does it work? If it doesn't work, and if it's not practical to have, I'm not going to have it in any of my gym facilities. Just think about that next time you go working on a piece of equipment. See if it's actually effective. See if it's actually going to do what you want it to do, and if you're working it correctly to get the proper results. But again, back on the poll question, the poll answer, the best way, the most proven way to flatten the stomach is proper nutrition, and I got you with that. So, and I'm probably, I don't know if Zach is still on, but I'm gonna be hooking up with Zach in a little while. So stay tuned for something that's coming up December 6th that's going to actually help you with flattening your stomach. I've got you. I got meal plans, real food, real life situation. You're not depriving yourself of anything. You're going to avoid when I do meal plans for people, you're going to avoid certain things, obviously. You're not going to be able to keep eating, 3 pizzas a day and drink 6 packs a day and all that stuff. There's going to be some moderation of those things, but meal plan is key. 85% of how you see the results. It's how you get that belly flat. Proper nutrition. So if you're looking for proper nutrition, if you're looking for what actually works, I got you. DaniKGymWellness.com, Dani K Gym Wellness on Facebook. Leave me a comment, private message me. I got you. And 26 and a half years in the business, I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, right? So anyway, stay tuned, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye, guys.